What's up, guys? It's Servando. Just making this video because I don't want to stop posting videos, but recently I've not had anything to post because I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to be doing, what I told myself I'd be doing. So at the very least, I'm going to post a video talking about that I have not been doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So yeah, pretty much fell off entirely for like the past week, and before that I was already being kind of a little bit inconsistent, the weekend especially. Not really because of anything, I didn't like go out partying or anything, but I kind of lost my structure because I had it set up so that right after the gym I'd go out to like Walmart or any store and do my little challenges. But yeah, losing that structure just, I don't know, made it very easy to fall off. I can't think of any other excuse because, man, that week or like 10 days that I was really pushing myself every single day and being consistent, that was the best like week or 10 days of my life when it comes to like, honestly, like how I felt about my relationship towards my stuttering. Hands down, that was the best. And recently, like I told you, yeah, for the past week I've completely just falling off. I still talk with people like for no real reason. Like I try to make an effort, but I don't go out of my way to dedicate time to my challenges anymore, you know. And it's crazy, like, man, for this past week my stuttering has been worse than ever. Not than ever, but compared to how it was, worse than it's ever been recently. It's like it's a direct correlation between me putting like work in or me pushing myself and my stuttering. And then if I stop pushing myself, my stuttering just drops or gets worse, my speech. But yeah, man, I'm making this video, but I'm in the car planning to go to Walmart because I need to get back on track, man. I don't know why, if it was going so good, I let it go. And I can't help but to think, where would I be at now if I would have stayed consistent, if I would have kept posting videos every single day? I feel like I was starting to get a little momentum, you know. I don't know why I let it go to waste, but there's no point in dreading on that. We can only build from here. I changed gyms, so my gym now is literally like a 5-minute walk, which is great because it saves me time. Driving, I used to drive like 40 minutes a day, like 20 there, 20 back, or sometimes 25 there, 25 back. So that saves me a lot of time to be able to have like more time for work or more time for my challenges. Because one of the main things that I think made me like fall off is that at the end of the day I do prioritize work over pretty much everything, you know, which isn't exactly the best, but it's not ideal. But can't lie to you, when I feel productive at work, I feel good. So I do like to prioritize that, but I also at the end of the day need to work to, you know, make money and all that. But it's not that bad. I have room to play with. But yeah, I just like to in my mind, working has always been the responsible thing to do. Anything other than that on a daily basis, for some reason I see it as kind of like not a good use of time. And I was talking with somebody that I met online recently, Cool guy. We spoke on a phone call, on a Zoom call for a bit, and he made me realize something. And he told me that my like way of thinking, that work is like always the responsible thing to do, is linked to like my fear of judgment that I was telling him about. And it makes perfect sense. It really does. He made me realize that, and that's a big realization. Because to break it down further, me thinking that like work is always the responsible thing to do and the number one priority, man, that just makes it like the reason I think that, to be completely honest with you, like yes, I have that belief of myself, but I feel like it's also a big thing of how I want to be perceived by like my family, you know. I want them to think I'm a responsible person. I don't want them to judge me and think that like I'm wasting time, this and that. And I also do feel bad sometimes because, like for example, like I'm living at my parents' house, you know. It's a blessing that I get to save like so much money, you know, in that aspect. I help them out a lot, yes. Like physically and financially, not financially as much as rent would be normally, but anyways, I do help them. But I can't help but to feel sometimes that I cannot owe them, you know, to work my hardest and to try to like get ahead in life. But technically this is work too. This is me trying to get ahead in life as well, but I don't see it that way. It's hard for me to see it that way because I like for them to think that like I guess I'm always working. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But I care about my parents' judgment. Is where I'm trying to get to, you know. And it's not even that they like I'm assuming what they're thinking. I'm not even, they've never told me anything, you know. But I do feel like I assume a lot, and I could be wrong. My parents maybe they prefer that I work towards my speech goals and all that, but they don't even know of my speech goals. So I think I need to be more open with them and let them know what's going on in my life, you know. Yeah. Yep. But yeah, man. Just like 10 minutes ago, I was in my room and I was indecisive as hell. I was like, I know the thing to do is to go and get back on track on what my challenge is. But for some reason, I just didn't want to take action. Or it's not that I didn't want to take action. For some reason, I was convincing myself that the action didn't make sense. Like, why am I going to Walmart to introduce myself to people? Like, that's not a normal thing to do, you know? But man, I don't care if it's not normal. I felt the best I've ever felt in a long time after doing that. So that was like the end of the discussion in my mind, you know? I was like, I don't know what's right or wrong, but I know what feels right. And I felt the best I've ever felt when I was doing those things. So end of discussion. Do those things again and stay on track. But at the end of the day, I'm grateful that I'm going through these things, through this journey. It's part of the journey. I guess getting back on track is a skill at the end of the day, you know. You need to fall off to get good at getting back on. And if I plan on helping other people with similar journeys on their speech, I need to go through all these things, and I need to I need to experience it so I can speak from experience, not from theory or whatever. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end the video. I'm gonna drive to Walmart, introduce myself to 3 people. And I think I'm gonna do that every single day, because that's honestly the hardest. The other challenges I was doing, like asking like questions or small talk, that's easier. Introduce myself, I find that much harder, because I have to like break the ice. But all right, I'll catch you boys tomorrow, guaranteed. Let's go.